Stick around to the end of the video for some shoutouts from some awesome YouTubers and Twitter followers and find out how you can get a future shoutout in an upcoming video. Cobra Kai is a new YouTube Red series that brings back the characters from the first Karate Kid movie, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. If you remember from the first Karate Kid movie, they really did not like each other. Fast forward many years later and we get the show Cobra Kai. Daniel LaRusso is living a luxurious life. He is a car salesman and he has a beautiful wife and some kids and a really big home. Where on the other end, Daniel LaRusso is struggling to find his place in the world and witnesses a young boy getting beat up by some teenagers, and he intervenes, and this young boy convinces Johnny Lawrence to teach him karate, and he starts Cobra Kai. That sparks the feud between Daniel and Johnny once again, like it was many years ago. This was an interesting tale of people's lives and how one event can really shape someone's future. Daniel LaRusso won the under 18 All Valley tournament and he did good for himself, where on the other hand Johnny Lawrence did not win and it affected his life. I wasn't expecting too much from Cobra Kai. I honestly thought it'd be kind of a joke. It seemed kind of funny, but honestly, it's my favorite thing I've seen this year. I really enjoyed Cobra Kai. It was a good balance of old and new, bringing back Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, mentioning Mr. Miyagi and how he kind of shaped Daniel's life, and having some new characters as well, and they're training these new generation of karate kids. And I found this perfect balance in this show. I loved watching the development for Johnny and Daniel, and I also loved learning about the new characters that Daniel and Johnny are training as well. Daniel LaRusso's daughter and the relationship with his daughter, and Johnny's son and his relationship with his son. I was really invested in the old part of the show and the new part of the show, and I liked how they were mixed together and they had that perfect balance. And one of my favorite things about this show is Johnny Lawrence. From the movie, he was the bad guy, but you could be convinced that Daniel LaRusso was the bad guy from the Karate Kid movie. But there's so much development in his character. He doesn't want to be his old sensei. He wants to be someone new, but yet he still finds himself acting like his old sensei. So he's trying to have that balance and understand what it is like to be a respectable sensei. And I loved watching his character develop from a drunk to someone that the kids admired, and I just loved his development. And I love his feud with Daniel because it's a little more mature but still a little childish at times. They're doing some immature things, but it still has that spark from the first Karate Kid movie. They still have this feud many years later, and they're trying to work it out, but also they don't really want to be friends. Then you have the relationship with Johnny, who is training this young boy from a high school that got beat up, and he wants to learn karate to defend himself. I thought this character was really strong, and the relationship kind of mirrored Mr. Miyagi and Daniel at times. And then you had Daniel training someone that I'm not going to spoil for anybody, but he trained someone very important to the storyline, and I liked his relationship with him as well. I liked Daniel trying to get back into karate because he felt like he's missed that in his life. And that relationship is strong as well. So there's a lot of things in this movie that remind me of the Karate Kid movie. The young kids getting together, having these parties and learning things about themselves, but also adds something new to the show with the characters from the Karate Kid movie, older, more mature, and learning things about themselves as well. And it has that perfect balance of old and new. I enjoyed this show so much. I thought the karate scenes were really cool. This show had a great soundtrack going for it as well. The acting is really great. The development for the characters are cool. The filming for the karate scenes is also raw at times. And there's just so much in this show that is mixed together to make an awesome experience. This is a 10 episode series, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Cobra Kai an A-. I cannot wait for season 2 of Cobra Kai. Question of the video: what did you think about the show Cobra Kai, and are you excited for season 2? As promised, at the end of the video, I said I was going to give some shout outs for some people on Twitter And YouTube, I had made a post on Twitter that I would be giving out some shoutouts if you like the post. You can follow my link down below for my Twitter. And randomly I said, you want a shout out? Like this post. So here are some shout outs for some awesome Twitter followers and YouTubers. Shout outs go for Josh O'Hay, Shattuck the Review Guy, Scott Sullivan, Sir Ty Jensen, Wolverbean, Dave O'Neill, Ramascreen, Douglas Beamer, and Dylan Brown. Thank you guys for following me on Twitter and liking that post. If you guys would like a future shout out, just follow my Twitter and find out how you can get some future shout outs. You guys are the best as always. Thank you guys for following me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all social media platforms. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to go check out Cobra Kai. It's a really fun show. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.